guys, welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host SALAH. This is a follow-up on a video I did yesterday concerning Ghanaian players and players from African countries which have been red listed by the British government, preventing such players from coming down to Africa to play in the World Cup qualifiers just next week. It's not that far away. CAF have responded to the letter that was brought out by the Premier League proposing that, and have asked them to make an exemption here. We'll read through the letter and what CAF are asking the Premier League to do for them, because as it stands now, most countries will not be with their top players for the World Cup qualifiers. And the World Cup qualifiers are pretty important for most of these countries. They need the best of players at their disposal. The Premier League as well are looking at their own interest. Who will badge? We'll see what the Premier League has to say after I give you what CAF has responded with here. Also, Spanish La Liga reportedly have followed suit with the English Premier League and have now said that they will not allow other players in their league to also travel for the World Cup qualifiers. All that today. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. So we'll jump right into it and start off from the response from CAF to what the Premier League proposed last time after voting unanimously and reluctantly to have players from red listed countries not play in the World Cup qualifiers next week. Quite unfortunate, and it goes to show that we have to develop things on this continent here. It says that the Confederation of African Football requests the British government to grant an exemption to African players for the international window. Now, CAF has noted the current circumstances in place in Britain regarding the lack of sporting exemptions for players returning from several African countries after the international window next week. Now, CAF, acting on behalf of all African member associations, African players and fans, has urged the British government to urgently provide the required exemptions to enable African players to compete for their national teams in the upcoming World Cup qualifier. CAF notes that similar exemptions were granted by the British government to enable attendance of delegations and officials, amongst others, at the finals of the European Championships not less than 2 months ago. It is further noted that the circumstances in the African countries on the red list in many cases are in fact less severe than other countries not currently in this list, for which exemptions were previously provided. Furthermore, CAF would like to reiterate that the upcoming matches will be delivered under strict protocols developed by FIFA and applied across the world, as was the case in the previous windows and international tournaments, successfully delivered without any incidents. These protocols have now proven beyond a doubt that they mitigate the risk involved, reflecting the success of commensurate protocols applied domestically in England and other parts of the world. In light of the above, CAF has applied as a matter of urgency to the Football Association and the British government that the same treatment previously applied to Europe now be extended to Africa under the solidarity and equal treatment. So quite a lengthy statement there released by CAF. Basically, they are saying that just a couple of months ago, some exceptions were made during the European Championships, the finals. That also can be applied here, and they feel that even the countries that have been put in the red list in the UK have fewer cases than the countries that are not there, or some of the countries in Europe. So exemptions have to be made. They've also said that the games be played under strict COVID-19 protocols, observed everything, and they've shown that previously when the games were held with those protocols in place, the cases were not high. It did not exacerbate the situation, and the British government, in light of all these facts stated by the CAF, should give an exemption to allow players to play in this important World Cup qualifier. I have to say it's imperative that most countries have players from the Premier League coming, and it's imperative that they take part in this. Playing for your country, especially in the World Cup qualify is really, really important, and I don't think if it was the other way around, it would have happened. Other way around, meaning that if English players or European players were in Africa here playing their football and we told them they could not go, I think we all know what will happen. But let's see how the FA respond to this plea by CAF, and hope that it's positive. If not, teams will have to make do without key players for these important games. And rumors I'm hearing now is that La Liga have followed suit with this one here. They have also said that they are doing the same thing that England is doing, and in light of that, Nigeria will miss some key players for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. 11 players at that. They have started giving late call-ups to some players, preparation for missing out on some players who might not be able to make it because of these restrictions that have been put here and there. But hopefully, we hope it is sorted out. We hope a positive response comes out of this from the FA and it is resolved, because it's not fair. We have to make sure that they come down and play for their respective country. But as I said, this goes to show us that if we have developed our leagues, there will be no need for players to go out greener pastures to play outside. But that's another conversation for another day. There are a plethora of reasons why players move out to other countries, but that is one of them, because of greener pastures, better pay, better money, better resources, a whole lot which we are not investing in here on our continent. And that is what it is teaching us here. COVID is forcing us to look for the solution to our problems from within. Healthcare, now football facilities, now footballing, regulations and restrictions. I hope we learn, and I hope we take the necessary measures. So that has been it for today. CAF have appealed on that decision. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box. Do you think the Premier League will respond in the affirmative and grant us the exemptions? Let me know what you think in the comments box on what the Premier League is doing in general. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.